Hey YouTube, I'm back. This is going to be an update video for my MEPS experience, or an Air Force vlog update about my MEPS experience. So I made little notes in my Mickey Mouse journal to help me kind of get through this video. I have a feeling it's going to be long. But yeah, there's my notes. Okay, so I'm going to kind of give you guys like my honest opinion about MEPS and how it was and things like that. All of the fallacies that people say in their videos about how it's crazy and people are rude and yeah, okay. So first, let me start with the hotel. I stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn in Phoenix, Arizona. It was very nice. I mean, I expected like Ramada or something, but it was the Hilton of all places. Very, very nice. I'm going to tell you guys about the dinner. The dinner was pretty good. They gave us like a menu. It had burgers, pasta. I was like weight conscious, and my recruiter told me not to like pig out the night before MEPS because we wanted me to meet my weight. Yeah, when I left, or no, the last time I weighed myself, which was like Monday or Sunday, which was like Sunday, I was like 130. But after Sunday, I had been like, you know, I had been wearing a long sleeve and a sweatshirt, and I had been running outside in Arizona in like 110 to 95 degree weather. It's crazy. I sweat so much. I think I put a picture on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Okay, so after that, after dinner, everyone kind of went to the game room. The game room was nice. It had all these flat screen HD TVs, all these couches and lounge chairs and stuff like that. And they had like all these games. I'm not really a game person, but they had all these games. They had chess. I ended up playing like 2 or 3 games of chess with this guy named Kelby. He's really cool. He's gonna be a what is it? He's gonna be a dental assistant, but he's gonna be flying in planes doing dental assisting. Crazy. That's like the best job ever, in my opinion. Anyway, so back on track. It was very nice. The people were very nice. It was nice meeting people from all of the branches, from National Guard to Navy, Marines, Army, Air Force. I was the only Air Force female, and there was only one Air Force male, and he was kind of weird, so I didn't really talk to him. And then, so I didn't meet my curfew for the hotel for the recruits, well, or the applicants, was 10 o'clock. 10 p.m., 2200. So I had seen my roommate's bag on her bed, but I hadn't met her the entire. I had been at the hotel for like 7 hours and had not met her. So I go to my hotel at like 9:30. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, dang, my roommate is gonna be late. So I like leave the door unlocked, and you know, I'm just waiting and waiting for her. Finally, at 9:58 p.m. she comes walking through the door. This girl came in 2 minutes before curfew. I'm like, what the hell? Anyways, but I mean, so she ended up being pretty cool. She had been to that hotel like a week before, but she had to come back because she needed to get a waiver for something. I forgot what it was, but she needed to get a waiver. Anyways, so after she came back, it was like already 10 o'clock. So we sat there and we talked for like 30 minutes, kind of traded stories and stuff, and then we finally went to bed, and you'll never guess what happened. We live in Arizona, and a freaking, like, the biggest, oh wait, I don't know if this is like blinding the camera. Anyways, like, the biggest thunderstorm came. There was thunder, rain, lightning, everything like that you could imagine. And we're on the 6th floor, so we're like closer to the sky than being on the 1st floor. Duh. But the thunder was like so loud that it was like shaking the window, and like we could not sleep. So I'm like laying in bed texting the signal in the hotel for me sucked. I have Sprint, I don't know, but it sucked. So I was like messing with my phone and stuff, and she was like, excuse me, she was like tossing and turning and tossing and turning. So all the noise that she made, plus the weather, was like driving me crazy. Like I could not sleep. So I ended up falling asleep at like 1 o'clock, which was like, it just sucked. Anyway, so after that, okay, wait. I set my alarm for 3 o'clock because I wanted to wake up to, you know, kind of have a few, not be rushing to get ready for MEPS in the morning. The wake-up call was at 4:15. I'm like, I guess I kept hitting like snooze on my alarm clock on my phone, and so did she. So I finally wake up and look at my phone, and the clock says 4:09. So we like, I just looked at it, was kind of like, this is my phone. I'm like, 4:09. Oh shit. Literally, oh shit. I jump out of bed, she jumps out of bed. We didn't even say anything to each other. That's how like in a hurry we were. So we finally got ready. We went downstairs. We had to be there like, we had to be in the game room for another briefing at like 4:30. And then we all ate breakfast, and then we all went back to the game for breakfast because, remember, I was being weight conscious. I only had a full glass of water, a full glass of apple juice, fruit, and scrambled eggs. Not a lot, though. It was pretty good. They had a freaking buffet. Like, that's legit. Sausage, bacon, eggs, the whole 9 yards. Oatmeal, I don't eat that. Grits, I don't really eat that. Only my mama's grits. Anyways, so that was good. We all went to the game room. Everyone was like still conversating amongst each other. Because, you know, we're all like enjoying each other and enjoying knowing other recruits, other people who are going through the exact same thing we are. Okay, anyways, so after that, the bus came. It was like a Greyhound looking bus. And, you know, it was a nice bus. It didn't have seatbelts though, so that kind of like made me feel, I sound like a nerd talking about seatbelts. Anyways, but so we got on the bus, and I don't know if it was like because it was so dark outside or what, but that was like the longest, most quiet, like melancholy bus ride I have ever had in my life. Like, no one was talking. Maybe it was because everyone was tired because no one could sleep because of the weather, but it was like really quiet and like humdrum, like crazy. Anyways, so we finally, and another thing, I think the bus driver like took the longest route to get into MEPS because it was not that far. The hotel was not that far from MEPS, but he just like went around and around and back, and then I think they did that on purpose. Anyways, so finally we get to MEPS, and as we walk in the door, we all line up, you know, single file line, and they ask, do you guys have any weapons on you, and yada yada yada. They're like, okay, no. They said weapons including knives, guns, mace, pepper spray, all that. My dumb ass didn't say anything, but as we got in the elevator and they're about to send my group of like 10 people down, they were sending groups of 10 people down the elevators each time. And there were like maybe 50 to 45 people there. And I get on the elevator with my group, and I'm like, wait. I just remembered I have a bottle of pepper spray on my keychain. So the guy's like, come on, get out of the elevator. So I'm talking to like the security guard person. He takes my pepper spray. He's like, this will be in the drawer when we come back at the end of the day. So I get back in the elevator with the next group of 10 people, and we get down to, I think it was the 6th floor, and we're all sitting there waiting, and then we all have to like gather in this room with all these chairs that are lined up. And in this room, you can see like the different office for the different branches and the liaisons and stuff. So we get there, and the lady's like, today is, I think she said commanders. She was like, today is our commander's last day, and we want to kind of play a prank on him. So, you know, typical military stuff. When you get in, no cell phones, don't play with your cell phones, take your hats off, no chewing gum, you know. So she basically told us to do the opposite of what they told us in the beginning. That is so weird. That's more thunder. Anyways, that is so weird. Anyways, but so she's like, we're gonna kind of play a prank on him, and yada yada yada. So when he comes out, everyone will put their hats on. People start talking and texting on their phone, talks amongst each other, and that's basically what we did. So he comes out, and one guy is like talking on his phone with like his baseball cap on. It was funny. The guy was like, "Take your hat off." So he's like, "No," and the commander looked at him like, "You can leave." Anyways, and then after that, sorry, I heard my mom yelling. She's like the typical black mother. Sorry. I wonder if you guys can hear that. Anyways, sorry about that. And so he starts talking and telling us like the rules and stuff. And this guy gets up and he's like, "I'm sorry, I don't agree with that." And he like walks out the room. And then everyone was like, "What the fuck? Was that planned? Like, I don't think he was supposed to do that." So the recruiter's like, "Fine, have a great day." Not the recruiter. The commander's like, "Fine, have a great day." What the fuck? That's really thunder. Anyways, and then so after that, everyone like stands up and says, "Take this job and shove it." And so the commander's like, "Okay, ha ha ha. Everyone thanks, you know. Now sit down and be quiet, put your cell phones away, turn them off, take off your hat." So he thought it was funny, but then he was like, you know, gotta get back down to business. But then again, he wasn't that serious because it was his last day, so he's like, let me win this shit. Anyway, so after that, they give everyone a briefing, and they tell us, you know, don't lie. Anything you say, you know, don't lie. You can go to prison, you can pay fines, and shit like that. The typical scary type shit. But it wasn't like people make it seem on their YouTube videos where they're like, "Oh, you're gonna go to prison, and yeah, don't lie, don't lie, don't lie." They pretty much just stood there and said, "Don't lie, or you can go to prison, or you can go to, you know, have a $10,000 fine." That's all they did. It wasn't anything scary. Not like, "I'm gonna piss in my pants" scary. It was like, not even like a police interrogation. It was just like real calm and don't lie, basically. Even though my recruiter told me to lie, not gonna lie, but he told me to lie. Anyways, and then so after that, we had first we sat there and, oh wait, after that briefing we went to another room and had another briefing about medical stuff. Then there again they said, don't lie and stuff like that. Or you can go to prison and you can pay a $10,000 fine. Anyways, so after that, the first, I guess, physical test we had was the breathalyzer. For the breathalyzer, they're checking for alcohol. I was, for some reason, I guess because I'm short, they sat me up front directly by the doctor, and so I was the first person, the very first person. So he used me as an example. He used my paperwork as an example. What if I had some shit on there that was like super duper private? Anyways, but so he put the breathalyzer, stick in the breathalyzer, and I blew in it. I almost ran out of breath. I was like, he was like, "Okay, stop," and it like clicked. And then he was like, "Okay, look, 0.00. That means you're alcohol free." I was like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Anyways, so after that, they did the entire room. And then I was on to the vision. The vision was like not even hard, but you know, it was vision. It's like when you go to the doctor to get your vision checked. Yeah, they make you do the colorblind test and then depth perception. Depth perception is like a piece of shit. Like, who the hell came up with that? That's so dumb. I looked in that thing and all of the little circles looked the exact same to me. So, I mean, I failed on the second line. They gave you they told you what the first line was, but not the second line. I failed on the second line because that shit all looked the same to me. Okay, and then after vision, you do hearing, or I did hearing. Hearing was easy. Put you in a booth, close the door, give you these big old earmuffs. You have like a clicker thing. It wasn't as bad as people say, how they heard everyone's clicking and stuff. I only heard my clicking. I heard my heart beating though. But yeah, that was easy. I know I passed the hearing. And then after that was the blood test. Once again, I was the very first to get my blood tested. So I go in, and that lady, out of all the people, I would say she had attitude. But she took my blood. I got a little bruise right here. But she took my blood. That went by really quick. It's only like about that much blood. Not a lot at all. And with that blood, they're checking for HIV. They're not checking for AIDS, they're checking for HIV. Anyway, so after the blood, we had to do the urinalysis. So I was the first person that was done with blood, so I had to go into the urinalysis room for females and sit there and wait for the doctor to come in, or the sergeant to come in, as well as the other applicants. So I'm sitting there, I really had to pee. I had been holding it for like the whole 3 hours that we had already, or 2 hours that we had already been there. And so I really had to go. I was looking out the door, seeing if the doctor was coming, looking out the door, seeing if there were any female applicants coming, but no one was coming. So I'm like running and jogging in place, crossing my legs, thinking it would like help me hold my pee in, but it didn't. So I peek around the corner, and I see this nice, shiny toilet, like, ah! So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. So I couldn't hold it anymore. I had to pee. I went in the toilet, and I peed. It was the best piss ever, and yeah, I was so mad because I was like, damn, now what am I gonna do when the sergeant comes in and tells me to pee in a cup? I'm like, dang. So I turn on the sink, not even like a fountain, I turn on the faucet sink, and I'm like chugging, like seriously, like a gallon of water. And so the applicants, like 5 other female applicants, those were the only female applicants there. 5 other females. Hold on. My bad, I'm back. So then, like, finally the 5 other female applicants get there, and the sergeant gets there, and she's like, okay, you're first. I'm like, well, actually, I couldn't hold it anymore, so I went in the toilet. She's like, you will save you for last. Go drink some water. Go drink some water. So I went and I drank like another gallon of water. And she gets done with all the people, but I still didn't, you know, I tried to pee, but she needed at least a half cup. And I could only give her like a 1/4 of a cup. So she was like, pour it out. I was like, damn, that was some good piss. Anyway, so she was like, pour it out. And so I did, and then we all sat in line waiting to get our medical interview by this doctor. He was like a legit doctor. The medical interview is basically where they just go over your questions that you checked yes or circled yes or no on in your paperwork. So he asked, have you ever had asthma? Have you ever had heart problems? You have any allergies? And then he also asked you to take off your socks and shoes. Yeah, he also asked you to take off your socks and shoes, and he looks at the bottom of your feet. I don't know exactly what he's looking for. I'm guessing like calluses and like other shit. I don't know, but he looks at your feet. So after that was done, or I was actually waiting in line, and in the middle of like the second person going, I called the sergeant, the P sergeant over, and I was like, I can go. She's like, okay, let's get in the room. So I finally get in there. I had to pee really bad this time because I drank so much water. So we get in there, and I'm like struggling to get my pants out because I had to piss so bad. So I get the cup, and I like put it, you know, in between my legs, and like, and by that time, I like have my eyes closed. She's standing there looking at me. I have my eyes closed, and I'm just pissing, and the fucking cup overflows with piss. So I like got all on my hand and stuff, and it was ridiculous. She was like, okay, good job. I swear to you, my piss was like this color. It was so clear. She was like, hey, that means you're healthy, that means you're hydrated, this is good pee. So, stood there, gave the lady my cup, washed my hands, you know, I didn't want pissy hands all day. So I washed my hands, and then I went in for the medical interview, For some reason, my medical interview went by, say, it was like 5 minutes, whereas everyone else's was like, seriously, like 30 minutes. We had to wait 30 minutes for each person. But theirs lasted so long because they actually had medical history. Like, we had one chick there, she had kidney stones. Another chick there, she had her tonsils removed. Another chick there had knee surgery. Another chick had surgery on her ovaries. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, the worst I've had is like a bloody nose or like diarrhea, you know? So after that, we go to the ortho neuro. Anyways, we all had to like strip down to our drawers and bras, and they give you a gown, but you only wear the gown for like 5 minutes out of the entire 30 minutes. So the gown was like pretty pointless, and we all ended up ripping anyway, so you like ended up seeing ass anyways. But yeah, so we go in there, we do height and weight. I made weight, and most of the other girls made weight. There was, however, one girl, they were like, oh, you've still got 10 pounds to lose. And she was like so depressed because I guess her recruiter told her that the weight she was at was good, but it wasn't. They told her she had to lose 10 pounds, and I could just, and I could just see like the look on her face. I would have cried if I was her. But, you know, even me, just knowing her for like a couple hours, I felt like so bad for her because I knew how I would feel in her situation. Anyway, so after the height and weight, they have you do like this, they have you do like this, they have you do like this, they have you walk really fast, like power walk, literally moving your arms like this. They have you walk on your tippy toes. They have you do the duck walk. The duck walk was actually harder than, you know, you may think it was. I actually felt like a workout to me. My thighs like started burning after a minute. But yeah, that was cool. There was this one chick who could not do shit. I think something was wrong with her ortho neuro system because she was like falling all over the place. I was like, damn bitch, oh my goodness. The doctors kept having to like stop her and stuff. It was ridiculous. And like her bra was not the right size, so like her boobie kept like slipping out her bra. I was like, oh my goodness. So anyways, after that, we all got in line and waited. It was only 6 girls, mind you, including me. So we got in this little line and waited for the doctor to, you know, to get ready for the actual medical physical, which was like, he just does like a peekaboo check. Okay, so you're like laying on the table, right? And they give you like this white paper thing to put over your blue paper gown. So he goes like this, okay, you're a girl. And that was it. He wasn't like looking in there like, he wasn't like that at all. It was just like a peekaboo, that's it, you have a vagina. And then after that, he tells you to lay on your side like you're going to take a nap. And then he like, I have a big butt. I don't know if he did this to everyone, but he had to like lift up my booty cheek to like see my booty hole. Anyway, so he goes like this, lift it up, damn, you know, you got a booty hole, you don't have hemorrhoids. Literally, 2 seconds for each. 2 seconds for the vagina, 2 seconds for the butthole. It was not that bad. Literally, seriously, not that bad. And then after that, he has you lay on your back, and he does like a quick breast exam, rubby, 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 rubby. That's it. And then he like feels on your abdomen. That's it. Literally, it was not that bad. I don't know what people are talking about. Anyway, so after that, then you go back up to your liaison's office and you start doing like biometric fingerprints. And they're gonna need to get all 10 of your fingerprints as well as a picture. And then after that, you go back to your liaison and you start talking about jobs and things like that and your contract and stuff like that. They also verify your information like 3 times with 3 different people. Information meaning date of birth, address. They also ask you about the 3 references that you listed in your paperwork. They also ask about prior residences and, you know, education history and stuff like, and job history. And then after that, did some more fingerprints, like biometric signatures, and then I went and I swore into the delayed entry program. I think they did like maybe 10 people at a time to swear in. That was fun. I didn't know that we could have our family there, otherwise I would have told them so they could take pictures and shit, but I didn't know. But yeah, that went smooth. They give you like a little speech and you say, I, Jessica Corinne Cunningham, some, I don't remember. But you swear in, hold your right hand, stand in the position of attention, and stuff like that. After that, I went back to my liaison's office and I signed my contract. And mind you, it's like 2:30 at this point, and I have not eaten, whereas everyone else stopped and took a break and went and ate lunch. And they were still going till about like 3 o'clock, whereas I went through everything without stopping and finished like an hour to 30 minutes earlier than other people. You know why? Because I'm a pimp. I'm a G. That's some G shit. Anyways, so after that, I finally got to eat, and then I went back into my liaison's office, and he gave me some paperwork. He also gave me my list of jobs that I could choose from. I don't know if you can tell, but that's 4 pages of jobs. Like, whoa. I qualified for 4 pages of jobs. That's pretty big. He was telling me some people only get 1 page, so I feel legit. Anyways, but yeah. So I put a whole bunch of jobs. I listed like 8 jobs. Just so, and they're like all in different fields, just so I have like, I guess a higher chance of shipping out sooner, because I know certain people who just put medical jobs only, you know, will have to wait so many months before they finally book a job. So I just wanted to do a little, I didn't have like a specific job I wanted in the beginning, so I just put like a little bit of everything in there. And then they gave me the list and told me that I could get with my recruiter and add more jobs to my list. But my recruiter's on leave, so I have to wait for him to come back. So in the meantime, I've just been highlighting jobs that I like and want to add onto the list. And so overall, my day ended at 1,500, like 1,500 hours. That's 3 o'clock. Check on your military time. Anyways, but overall, it was a pretty good day, honestly. If you're polite to these people, they will be polite to you. It's honestly, they stress the politeness, the yes ma'am, no ma'am, thank you ma'am, you know, because everyone that works at MEPS is pretty much prior military. So they feel like, you know, they deserve the respect, which they do. They serve their country. They want the same respect that you're going to want when you retire or when you know, get out of the military. Yeah, pretty great day. I didn't have a problem with the yes ma'am, no ma'am, because both my parents are military, so I grew up saying yes ma'am, no ma'am. I mean, it's just like, it's just something you do. Anyway, so overall, MEPS was not bad. You spend most of the day like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but when you finally get it done, you're like, dang, it's all worth it. I'm finally done, and I'm sworn in. A little bit about my information. I signed a 6-year contract. Yeah. And I will be going to basic training as an E2 because of my college credits and experience and stuff. So I'll be going to basic training as E2. And then either after basic training or after I graduate tech school, I'll automatically get E3, which will basically put me like a step above everybody else because of, you know, my college credits. So it doesn't hurt going to college, kids. Get your education. Yeah, go to community college. That's what I did. I mean, it's legit. You get your Pell Grant and everything, so there's no reason why you shouldn't take some classes. other than that, it was a great day, and I wish all of you guys good luck. And yeah, enjoy it. It's an experience. It's nothing to be afraid of. I was excited going in, and I was excited coming out. Like, it was a great day, honestly. After that, my recruiter took me to his office, got some cool stuff like this Air Force bracelet, got this big ass backpack, got a t-shirt, got a freaking water bottle, got 2 keychains, got some pins, like got some little sticker things, you know, pimp me out, pimp my ride. Anyways, but yeah, it was a great day, and have fun, don't be nervous, there's nothing to be worried about, it's gonna be a great day. Yeah. Lie if you have to. What they don't know won't hurt them. Okay? Because I figure if they already knew things about you, then why would they ask? If they know that you're gonna lie, then, you know, it's whatever. Don't be afraid to lie. That's all I'm saying. And your recruiter will tell you the same thing. You know, don't list anything that you didn't list or that you didn't mention when you talked to me in my office. So, that's exactly what I did. I followed instructions, and look at me now. Yeah, so I'm probably going to make another video about, like, what to wear to MEPS and stuff like that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, thumbs up, comment in that box down there. What else? You can send me an inbox if you have a question, anything you want me to answer. What else? That's it. Thank you for watching. Good luck to everyone. Bye.